you did good. No, don't kiss your laptop. That's weird. No, Mark, don't use me kissing a laptop, Mark. It's time to look back, reflect, and say goodbye to all the gadgets and apps that we lost. Here's the tech that met its demise in 2020. Let's kick things off on a positive note, because I want to talk about the gadgets I am grateful are gone this year, like the face computer everyone loved to hate, the original Google Glass. You may have thought the wearable was dead a few years ago because Google stopped selling it, but au contraire, the company continued to support the Explorer Edition with software updates, but that ended for good in February. Project Glass was introduced to the world in 2012, and the first units were sold at $1,500 a piece. The futuristic device made us feel like we were in Star Trek. There was a cube in front of one eye with a teeny tiny display, and the side panel had touch controls. There was a speaker that sat behind the ear, and of course there was that camera. The idea was that you can get directions floating in front of you as you walked around, or capture moments with a tap, or share a video in real time from your point of view. Regardless of the potential, there was a glaring problem. You could not cover up the camera, and everyone felt weird being next to someone wearing one, not sure if they're looking at something else or recording you in secret. The Google Glass did pave the way for other wearable augmented reality devices, but today's AR wearable is really only something you find in a workplace setting. In fact, some aspect of Google Glass still lives on in an enterprise edition. For folks working on a factory floor, they could start a video stream to use the camera for quick troubleshooting. We also say goodbye to the ultimate geek transportation system, the two-wheeled Segway, retired after nearly 2 decades of production. The company stopped making the classic Segway in July. Popular among tourists and mall cops, the Segway was pitched for years as this thing that could transform personal transportation, and although it never really caught on with the general public, we can see how it inspired many other self-balancing transportation devices used today. And the company itself is still around. It moves ahead with other transportation tech. It recently showed off this thing called an S-Pod. It's a self-driving chair of sorts. The company is selling plenty of scooters as well as a self-balancing board that has an AI sidekick robot attached. Farewell classic Segway of the past. Hello, rideable robot friend Segway of the future. Moving on, let's bid a quick adieu to the biggest failure in the video streaming world, Quibi. The service didn't even last 7 months. Quibi launched in April as a $5 a month video service where every video was under 10 minutes and you could only watch it on your phone. It was packed with star power. It raised $1.75 billion from investors, and it was way overhyped. Quibi? Quibi! But as for a real tangible technology that we lost, there was a phone that set out to change the world, a modular phone. It would have a magnetic connector for accessories and no headphone jack. I'm talking about the Essential phone, which fizzled in February. But don't worry, kids, we still have a phone with a magnetic accessory connector if you're into iPhones. The first Essential phone, called PH1, was launched in 2017, and that first phone was its last phone. The company worked on a sequel, and it made other quirky prototypes, but the company announced earlier this year it was shutting down. You know, when we look back, all of this expired tech is a bit old, and some were just one-hit wonders, others too odd for the normies. So the world moves on. But there's one piece of tech I'm actually a little sad to say is gone. After 35 years, the Toshiba Laptop is dead. Back in August, the Japanese company sold the remaining scraps of its PC business to Sharp, and Sharp gave its laptops the name Dynabook. Toshiba ruled the laptop space in the 90s and the early 2000s, but the king of the laptop brands just couldn't hold on, and over the years, popularity faded. Now, doing this piece made me nostalgic for my old Toshiba, so I thought I'd pull out of storage my old laptop bag. Here she is, my Toshiba satellite. Let me pop you open. I had a thing about not taking stickers off, but for some reason back then it made me happy to keep all my stickers on. You gonna work? Okay, F1 key. Oh, like a DOS system intro is not a good sign. I think I got this in 2006. Windows XP. It works! It still has my account. The first machine I vlogged on. You did good. You know, all of these products gave us something that left an imprint on our culture, and it gave us innovation that we can be thankful for as we say farewell. Well, except for Quibi. I mean, whoever thought that was a good idea?